if we are under-eating or under-eating protein, it's going to work against us because it will actually slow down our fat loss and slow down our metabolism. So the most critical thing that we can have in our very first meal of the day is protein. Hi guys, it's Sandy. So we've all been told breakfast is the most important meal of the day, but that actually is not true. Now the word, though, is the most important. So break fast. Now that is the most important meal of the day, but it doesn't matter what time that you're eating it. So if you're eating it at 8 a.m. or if you aren't eating until 11 a.m. like I do because of the intermittent fasting. So I fast in a 16 hours time frame and I eat in an 8-hour time frame. So I don't eat typically until about 11 to 7 p.m. is my time. I've told you before, I turned 50, I couldn't get the weight off. The weight started coming on. It wasn't coming off with all the things I knew how to do until I started intermittent fasting. It's the only thing that worked for me. And, but the thing is, what I have learned, I continue to learn. You guys, I'm 7 months into this. I keep on learning. And as I'm learning, I'm sharing because I keep getting better at it. It's not just a fast from 11 to 7 and everything's okay. No, you can get better and better at it by learning different things. So I have continued to learn, and what I've learned the most of is proper nutrition is absolutely key. And what you eat on that first meal is absolutely key. You need protein, absolutely, in that first meal. And I'll tell you how much you need because it's going to set your metabolism for the whole rest of the day. So you're coming off of a fast from all night long, you haven't eaten, and then however long you're going in the day, you have not eaten anything. Your body is very sensitive. And what you put in it on that first meal or that first food, it'll set everything for the rest of the day for your body. So there's a difference between being skinny fat and then actually just being lean. And I was skinny fat. So the scale was coming down, I was losing weight, right? And that was fine. And I was feeling good. But I also noticed, we went on a cruise, it was 5 weeks ago now, went on a cruise, and I was just like, I don't look good though. I don't feel good in my clothes still though, because I just looked kind of soft. I mean, I just looked soft. But I've changed things because of learning so much more, and now I'm getting more lean. So you have to be in a calorie deficit to lose weight. That's just the way it is. If you change your hours that you're eating, but you're still overeating, then you're not going to lose weight. You still have to be in a calorie deficit. But you can eat a lot of food in your 8-hour time if you choose nutrition properly. The thing about protein is it'll fill you up and keeps you feeling satisfied. Whereas if you're eating just carbs, and I'm somebody who eats carbs, I'm not somebody who does away with carbs, I'm not somebody who is keto or anything like that. I eat carbs, but if you're just eating carbs and mostly carbs, you're not going to feel satisfied, you're not going to feel full, and you're going to eat more of it, which just means that your calories are going to keep going up. And the last 5 weeks, really 4 weeks, is when I've really started learning about protein and how important it is. And I've gotten lean. So the scale hasn't changed much. I haven't lost much more weight at all, but I've gone down an entire size in my clothes because I've lost inches. And I'd much rather lose inches and fit in my clothes the way that I want to than I don't care what the scale says. You know, that's for me to know, and who cares? That's just the way that I want to fit in my clothes that's important to me. And you know the thing about Americans, I know from all over, I have people watching, but in America, we usually eat our protein heavy meal at the end of the day. That's when we have our meat on the plate and everything. But it's important to have it at the beginning of the day also, mostly at the beginning of the day. We need a certain amount of protein in a day though, and I was under eating it. And that's one of my mistakes that I was doing with weight loss is I was under eating protein. Since I've learned so much about this, I'm sharing with you. How much do you need? And how do you know if you're under eating protein? Well, for one thing, I talked about muscle loss. So kind of that just blob look, look like a blob instead of, kind of being lean. That's where you aren't getting enough protein. If you have low energy, then you're probably not getting enough protein. If you have any achy or stiff joints, you're probably not getting enough protein. And then if you have these cravings for sugars or carbs or craving coffee, you're probably not getting enough protein to really fuel your body. So we need enough protein in a day, but also stay in a calorie deficit. What are you just thinking though that you have to have a big slab of meat on your plate? No, that's not just protein. And you're gonna see it in my video, but you can have red meat, of course, but you can have chicken and fish and eggs and legumes and beans of any kind and nuts and chia seeds and, just mix it up. There's a lot of options. There's even protein in foods too. Also, like a whole grain I was looking at today, which is farro, which you're going to see in my What I Eat in a Day video. Adding that really nice whole grain, it has like 6 grams of protein in a serving. So I'm getting protein from different sources. I'm just making sure I'm getting enough today. So how much protein should you be eating? Well, I have listened to a lot of experts and I've read a lot and come to this conclusion. You can read your own studies and experts and what you think. And please share in the comments if you know about how much protein you need or if you are deficient and maybe you're feeling some of those what I said, the low energy and achy joints and all of that, or looking like a blob like I did, just skinny fat. Anyway, how much protein? Well, some of the experts said a gram per body weight, which I was like, well, wait a minute. What if you're 250 pounds and you want to be 180 pounds? Which one are you supposed to eat? Or what if you're 180 pounds and you want to be 130 pounds? Need to be, what are you supposed to eat? So that one didn't make sense to me. And then the recommended daily allowance that the FDA says, that's way too low. They are not giving enough protein in the American diet. And let me tell you, if you look at the American diet pyramid, it's so messed up anyway. It's not good for our bodies. But I really trust this doctor. He's the Fit Father Project and Fit Mother Project, and he was talking about the amount of protein that we really need. And to do the math, it is 0.73 times however many pounds. Now the pounds need to be ideal body weight, not I need to lose 50 pounds and so I'm going to eat 250 grams of protein. No, if you're trying to get down to 180, that's where you need to be. So it's 0.73 times however many pounds of ideal body weight, or if you are not American, you don't use pounds, it's 1.6 grams times kilograms for those that are outside of the United States. So I was reading that and I was like, okay, this one makes sense. So can you overeat protein? No, it's not gonna hurt you. But if you do eat too much, your body only needs a certain amount, but there's no need to really overeat on it also. So eat plenty for your body. So I actually am right around 100 grams of protein that I need in a day. So your first meal minimum would be 30 grams of protein, but you need to be up really more around the 40 to 45 grams of protein for that first meal a day. And then make sure that you're getting up to your amount that you need. If you need 98 grams of protein, or by doing the math, or if you need 198 grams of protein, whatever you need, do the math, figure it out. And then you're like, well, wait a minute, I don't want to make this complicated. Me neither. But I also knew nutrition is huge. Nutrition is 90% of how you are. We hear diet and exercise will make you lose weight, right? No, it's really not so much the exercise. It is nutrition. So about 90% of what you eat is going to decide how you lose weight and how you feel. So it's good nutrition, which is going to do that. And then do we need to move our bodies? Absolutely. Do you want to get stronger? Then you're going to have to move your body and do some resistance training and take walks and, do things to make your body strong, which I do and I want to do, but nutrition's where it is. Now, you'll see in my What I Eat in a Day video that I couldn't stay for 7 months. I've been doing intermittent fasting. I can't just stay on 7 months of intermittent fasting of 16 hours of fasting, 8 hours of eating, and expect for everything to just keep on going. No, my body will get used to that and it needs a change. So I started doing low carb every Monday, Tuesday. I eat low carb, and the rest of the week I eat normal. So that way my body is getting messed up enough that it's saying, whoa, wait a minute, what are you doing today? It just doesn't get into that same thing. So I'm not gonna plateau and just get stuck. I'm at the point now that I'm at a weight that I like to be at, but how do I maintain that? Okay, you guys, I hope this was helpful. If you'll share in the comments what you know about protein, because I learn a lot from you, and I'm on this journey learning. But while I learn, and I really try to read the experts and listen to the experts while I'm learning, I also want to share. So what I eat in a day video is coming out next. Until next time, I'm out.